Welcome to next episode of Kit
What's
Season
up,
2, Episode 7.
man?
As you see here, it's just myself and Fox here in today. So we're glad to bring this to you, week before Memorial Day weekend. So it should be a good episode. And if you've been following us on Twitter, which you should, shout out to at the end. We debuted our new crest. I'm gonna call it a crest
We'll
because
call
we're
it a
soccer.
crest. Yeah,
We'll call it a crest.
there's no such thing as
Uh,
logos.
yes, produced right here by our good friend Timber Flynn. He's an amazing guy to work with. So appreciate and shout out to you for creating this kit season. Uh, little crest for us. We're fans of this show, so we're fans of it here. So shout
Oh
out to you, Timber. And also check out his stuff. He does some good stuff. Anyways, before we get started, take a quick look at our sponsor, BetStamp. As you know, these guys do a really fun little workbook for betting. It's very nice to tell you how terrible you are at betting and what is the best for your best money for your odds. I haven't listened to it because I'm not doing so great. You'll see those in the odds in the back. But this is a nice little handy way to track your bets across Caesars, FanDuel, um, I don't know, DraftKings, all of those to kind of see how you're doing. For me, not well, but this is a nice little thing. This is actually a little old. I'm actually doing worse now. I'm negative like 50 something right now in DraftKings. It's okay. It's fine. I got Dortmund about to pull me up. So Borussia Dortmund about to win the Bundesliga here. So that'll get me a nice little payday and even me out. We'll see about that. But yes. But as
We
we say on
we
this
believe in you,
show.
Gio Reyna.
Hey, he did show up today. At the
Yeah,
very end. He did play at the very
played
end.
a good 3 minutes.
I think it was less actually.
Oh,
Um but as we like to say here on on Kit season, please bet responsibly and legally in your states. And if there is any problems about any potential addiction, please contact the National Gambling Addiction Hotline at 1-800-522-4700. Again, thanks for sponsoring BetStamp, and please bet responsibly and do small increments, please. Do not waste the household payments on betting. So that's our
unless it's
sponsor.
a sure thing.
don't, don't,
No,
don't,
because it's
don't
never
put
a
that
sure
out
thing. It's never a sure thing.
there. Unless you have insider knowledge, please
Right.
bet responsibly. All right. So let's get started. Today's episode is going to be heavy League Two and W. So that means good stuff. I always talk high praise about the W and League Two. So this should be fun. And we're starting off in Greenville Liberty. They released their primary kit. This is, I think it's fun.
It's a
It's
gorgeous
it's a
kit.
fun. It's a fun little kit. I like the little details with the roses. I think Greenville has both the Greenville Triumph and the Liberty both have a fun color palette to play with. But I
Yeah,
think Liberty's is way more fun, and you can kind of see with the yellow, and then with the neckline, they threw in that light blue, which isn't anywhere else on the kit. It's a nice little touch. And I think it's fun.
but it's on the badge. They used the
It
badge
is.
colors.
They did, and it's their primary, so you got to do so, as we've talked about. You're gonna be prime if it's your home kit, show off your colors. They definitely did that.
Yeah,
So
yeah. In
yeah.
my humble opinion, uh, it's a gorgeous kit. I love the flower details throughout the kit. Honestly, wish more kids, more teams, and more than just women's teams would do more flower kits. I love that. Who was it? Portland, I think, did it this year in the
I'm
MLS.
not a fan of that.
I don't
And
care.
wait, which flower kit? Because there's two from Portland. The
Like,
Thorns and the Timbers. They both did one.
the Thorns. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like they typically like will allow the women to do it. Like Racing
Yeah.
Louisville did twice now, um,
Yes.
and like the Thorns did, but now like the Timbers finally did as well.
Yeah.
Is that as good?
I like that.
No, but like I feel like I need more. Like I like flower kits. Apparently, like I don't
Yeah.
know how, why. I'm like, ooh, pretty, but like they look really good, and the fact that this is like subtle with it is
Yeah.
perfect. Like this is a beautiful home kit, so where it's their go-to navy, and it kind of builds that tradition of the navy home kits, and it uses all the colors, but it still has the fun detailing into it. So this is
Yeah.
Greenville just lining it up and knocking it out of the park right there.
I will say I am a fan of this kit. I am a fan of the colors. I may not be as high praise as Fox here, which I
Because you're
gave a three and
wrong,
a half.
you know.
It's okay. It's
Three
okay.
and a half?
I know. I know. Like I know. I've told you my scale. Like a four is like I want to buy, and this is just
Yeah.
it doesn't do that for me, and that's what did is I lose that half a point to it. Like I think it's a fun kit. I think it's good. It's not on that scale for me. I'm sorry.
I thought I knew you. I thought I knew who you were. You were checking on me when I was in the hospital, and now that was all a lie.
All the lie? No, no, no. Oh, anyways, you'll feel much better with Fox's 5, and in fact, you're doing better as well with the 5 on this kit. So
Because that's what it is.
that's what it is. Hey, it comes out to a good average though, a 4.3. That's a credible average, and that's what we care here at Kit Season is a good average
It's
because
incredible average.
so yes, well done, Grievo Liberty. Way to use all your colors and using that floral pattern. I could see me bumping up. It's okay. It's set in stone now. Using the flower from your badge as well. I forgot about that. So
3.55.
4.3 out of 5 from Greenville Liberty Geo. Do not come at me.
Come at
3.5.
him. Come at him. Attack.
Oh, I'm just waiting for the
Leave a
responses.
comment at the bottom.
Yeah. All right. Sticking to the lead W, we're going to my home, my birthplace, Minnesota Aurora. They released the Instant Classic kit, and honestly, the name says it. Hey, I'm a fan of it. I'm a more fan of this. I'm not gonna lie. I'm sorry. I think it's just I like I like darker colors. Me personally, besides white, I don't know. White's the weird enigma to me. It's weird to me. Don't get me started. My wife doesn't understand it. I don't understand it. It just I don't know. But
Well,
I
it's
tend
not a
to
color, so there's that. It's the absence of color, but you know it, whatever.
I know the physics behind what I was science behind it. But I don't know. I like this kit. It's one of those things that I think Taylor has talked to us about. It's like something that I could just see as like a fashion statement. Like you could
I was
wear
going to talk
this.
about that later.
Oh, okay. Hey, well, and then it'll be added later. It'll be added later. But like I could see me just walking this around town and it just looking good. And that's why I am appealed to this, which is I think a little bit of change in my taste in kits. I'm starting to
Are you becoming a traditionalist?
no, but I'm definitely becoming my taste when I want a fun kit, I like them, but they have to be right for me. That's what I've noted. But
That's fair. That's fair.
this one it just speaks a classic to me, and I'm a fan of it. I like the sleeves. I like the I think tricolored sleeves, the cuffs and the collar. So I think it's fun to me, and it's my home state. I always have a thing for Minnesota, so I'm a fan. I'm a fan. Your thoughts?
Um, Minnesota came out swinging last year,
Mhm.
swinging, just knocking home runs home and away. And then this year, I feel like they stepped back a lot. I feel like they didn't try as hard. Do I think this is an ugly kit? Heck no. This is a beautiful kit. It is a classic kit. I do agree. And I feel like if you are a traditionalist, you will love this type of kit because this is this is a Liverpool red. This is a Man City blue. This is a, you know what I mean?
I can
Like,
see that. I can
yeah,
see that.
this is a Minnesota Aurora navy. So like, I have nothing against this kit. I like the color. I love the coloring that they did with the sleeves and the collaring. Um, I like the little badge at the bottom, but like, it's just not much there. You know what I
That's
mean?
fair.
Like, it's a navy kit, but I do agree that this is a classic kit. It's well made. So, and I am a navy guy as well. So, I I do like darker kits. I'll agree with that as well, unless they're like super bright and fun. But
Yes.
I could easily pick this up and not feel weird about it.
Yeah.
So I like the kit, but I feel like they just went from a 12 out of 5 to, I forgot what I gave it, like a 4 maybe.
Yeah. I
Uh,
will say I do agree with you. It's definitely a drop from last season's. This is definitely not as fun. I think that little we interviewed her last year and it was a fun interview, by the way. But the inspiration for the kits by the kit designer, it was more fun and it definitely was something that stands out.
yeah,
And I think they're not the only team who's done this though. And to be fair, several teams across the US have done that outside of like I think maybe MLS because it's probably they've had it planned for years in the future.
right.
But some of these smaller teams, we've noticed it. You know, League One, one notch took a step back a little bit.
Mhm. A
We'd
thousand
agree.
percent.
Um, Definitely, I think this is the. I mean, I'm still a fan of this kit, but it's definitely not as flashy, and we've seen this about a little bit. So maybe it's some of those pandemic stuff finally starting to creep in, or just whatever. Because how planning sometimes can go. Who knows? We're 3 years out at this point from when it all started. So who knows with the manufacturing? But anyways, we've seen this across the board. Teams
Yeah,
have been taken still a step back. But I will say the overall quality though has gone up, but the fun stuff has been reduced.
yeah.
I will say.
Yep, yep, yep.
Anyways, enough rambling. I gave it a 4.5. It is less than last year's. I'm a fan of this. As I said, it's a classic. It's good. It may not be fun. It may not be bold, but for it's just a clean kid. A lot of people like to say that. It just looks sharp and it's a fashion statement to me. Foxy here
Yeah, that was
gave
right.
it 4. Yeah.
T- I would count, like you said, it's a good normal kit, but they did it in a classy way.
Yes.
Yep. So
That's all it is to it. It's a
okay job,
classic.
Minnesota.
Yes. And once again, a 4.3. We love the 4.3 so far today. So but now we're switching over to the men's side in USL League Two and heading out to our guys, Vermont Green. I love this team, by
Yeah,
the way. They're so amazing. And you talked Flowers, my
yeah,
man. This
yeah.
is Flowers.
Oh yeah, my boy Wolf showing up and just doing what he does. So I mean, if you don't know the story behind Matt Wolf, he's a amazing kit designer, and then basically created this team, owns this part owns this team, and has just made everything just pure beauty. Everything he
Yeah.
does, like all of the kits last year were amazing. Some people liked more than others, but they had like traditional amazing and then like crazy amazing,
Yes.
and that's what he's doing again this year. I feel like this primary green kit is just fun, amazing. Again, flower kits, I'm all about it. Love that it's player layer. More teams need player layer kits because
Gorgeous.
typically,
Yeah.
well, they're gorgeous, they're well made, they're comfortable, and they're 50% bamboo. So it's slightly
Yes.
better for the environment. Now it's still
Like
50%.
Forest. Yeah, like Forest Green did, right?
Yeah,
Like their sponsor. Okay, that's right. That's right. I do have
it's
one of
player
them.
layer. Those, yeah, the four screen rovers. I have 3 different player kits from them. Well, because like they just are well made, they're comfortable, and typically European teams, but there's kits on sale. America.
And and given that it's Vermont green, it matches with their vision of trying to be as sustainable and environmental
Yeah,
as possible, which is one of the reasons I love them, by the way. But same with Forest Green Rovers. So it made sense
yeah,
for teams that have a little bit more of an environmental approach, which Vermont does, to use Player Lair. You know, it's bamboo, as you said, and they're good kits as well. So like
yeah,
it's a win-win for at least from a team perspective. And you can still do fun designs like this.
exactly.
So
I could see I could see people not liking this kit. I
yeah,
could see it. You know, it is wild, but personally, it's a perfect kit for me. Maybe
for
a
you,
color,
yes.
maybe a button color or something special, little extra flair.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
overall, yeah, this is a pickup.
Yeah. I mean along those lines, I give it a 4. It's not my style, but it's still a well-designed kit. I'm a fan of it, but it's not, a anything more than this to me. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
for you, obviously, I think you absolutely need to have this kit in your collection. I don't quite feel that attraction to it, but I do feel this was well designed. And this is a good kit. So I do like it. Just only a 4 out of 5 for me. And obviously, as you said, you need this in your closet like yesterday.
yeah,
So the 5.
yeah. It's perfection. I could make it perfection you know, like I said, fun color or something else, but I guess if you're going to go this wild, it's okay if you go on a
Yeah.
plain shirt.
Yes, this is fun. Now, so this brings our average to a 4.5. First non 4.3 to this
Right.
point. So,
We did it.
uh, yes, we did it. Well done, Vermont Green. Keep up the good work. You got a fan here in Indy and St. Louis. So,
Love
yes,
you, Matt.
fans. So, speaking of staying in League Two, but we're going to the opposite coast here and going to our guys Lane United out in Cascadia with the Cascadian Mountain kit. Now, I will say this is a fun design kit. I just don't know if how do I phrase this. I like it. I just don't know if it fits, but it is an away kit. So, as we've always say, have some fun with the away kit, and they did that.
Mhm.
So I give props to them for doing that. I just don't know if it all goes together quite yet. I'm still unsure of myself after looking at this since it came out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I completely get like this one. I feel like I really, really like it, but also could easily see someone be like, "This is disgusting."
Right?
You know what I mean? Like I like the
Yeah.
other one. I feel like people are like, "Ooh, too wild, too crazy," but not like, "Ew." I could see someone saying "Ew" to this, but
Yes.
me, no. Like I personally really like it. I like the different badge that they had, the 10th anniversary special edition badge.
Yes.
I like the forest. Like I like this type of art, anyways. So I personally really like it. But like I
It,
said,
it, it yeah. The
if we
art reminds me of Doodle Jump a little bit. I'm not gonna lie.
Doodle
The
Jump.
art. I know.
That's
Flashback there to
yeah. Whoa.
any who played Dual Jump back on like iPad. So I did that in school because I didn't pay attention. Um, Flashback to that. But no, yeah, no. I how do I say like I would take this in my collection, but I don't think I'm gonna actively seek this out. That's my vibes, to like I think that would be fun to walk around, be like, oh hey, I got this tree, I got this little fun pattern on it. But like outside of that little bottom part, outside of that bottom part, it's a simple kit. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh hey, I got this
I have a
tree.
tree.
We're gonna make a kit that just says that. Oh hey.
T-shirts coming out soon. Hey Taylor, can we get some t-shirts set up?
Let's do it.
But yeah, no, like this would be a fun collection piece if you're a collector, I would say. Just
Yeah.
because it's unique. You're not going to find this elsewhere, which is why I gave it a 4. it's not a must-have, but it would be a nice addition. But I'm not going to seek this out. It's a 4 from me.
I forgot what I gave it. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
4.5. So I'm just saying, once again, it's a 4.3. We're
4.3.
stuck on those 4.3. I'm just saying, League Two, League W, and W League. You just you raise the bar. I'm not gonna lie. So
Most. There's so many League Two teams.
okay, yeah.
Like, let's be completely honest, and this is coming from somewhere with love. There's a lot of League Two teams and W teams because they're usually from the same company, or I don't know, it's got
Yes.
same
Team.
club, same team,
Yeah.
same club, and they've had their same kits for years, and they like just reuse them, and it's just a typical Adidas or Puma or something that
Template
they
or whatever.
with just their badge on it. So like the teams that put in the effort usually are really fire, but then the other ones are just trying to play the game.
Also,
And
not
develop the
yeah.
youth. A lot of them are trying to develop the youth.
Yeah, so a lot of what these League Two and W teams is that they are basically academies that decided
Right.
to field a little bit more pre-professional team, which is fine. That's what makes it harder on some of these kits. They're not always announcing if they have kits. So when the teams that do, as Fox pointed out, they do well because
Yeah.
they don't have to. You know, we look at Land United, Ballard, Minneapolis City, from League Two side. They like to do this, and it's just fun. So League Two teams that do release kits, keep up the work. So they're fun. We like
Yeah.
them here.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate the effort.
Yes. Now, speaking of effort from kits, this has been a bit of a boogeyman for some, not boogeyman, how do I put this? Antithesis maybe to this whole idea. Teams put in effort for those kits. We're going to our friends Birmingham Legion Kaler. You can probably
I'm going to
not
quote
pay
Kaler
attention.
right now. I'm just going to quote Kaler.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I did not talk to Kaler before this, but I know exactly what he's going to say. And he's going to say that this is a beautiful kit and that this is something that you could just wear with some jeans. You can wear it with anything. Same with the home anyway, because that's the same crap that he said about the men's Legions team. And yes, I could wear a Hanes white T-shirt with a pair of jeans and look nice, and that's what he would say. So I respect that idea that you can wear it with anything, but it's and that's how I felt.
Yeah.
I love you, Caleb.
Hey, maybe we'll get him on here when we talk about the primary kits for the women's team here. But I mean, I get your point. I did say it a little bit earlier, the same idea. But yeah, I get it. We'll have to talk with Caleb and the man himself, maybe for when we talk about the home kit. But I the only reason I'm not as this what as not a fan of this kit. That was terribly phrased. It's okay. I don't do English.
Disappointed.
Yeah, not as disappointed. Is that they do have that different crest that adds a little bit to it. The sponsor does match, which in and of itself hasn't always been the case for some of these Birmingham Legion kits, as we've seen some of the other ones. I think the home is not matching
No,
the
usually
sponsor.
the other Birmingham kits, the sponsors fit perfectly because it was a red
Oh,
shirt
Coke bottle.
Coca-Cola. Yeah, they made all their shirts perfectly Coke bottles. So they did a great job with their sponsors.
I'll just say this one. Maybe I'm just feeling too nice. I can't get. It's a 2 point. It's bang average. Like here's the thing. They didn't do anything
At
that
all.
would hurt the kids. I know, but they didn't do anything. So that's where I'm like in the middle between. Like they
So
may not have done anything great, but they didn't do anything to sabotage their kit and the colors.
I guess that's an argument. They didn't do
That's
anything that could hurt a white
so I'm like
t-shirt.
stuck. Like I'm kind of like the Lane United a little bit, but on the opposite spectrum. Like I would have loved to see maybe a little bit of maybe some gold, maybe on the collar or the cuffs, maybe that could have helped it, or even like throwing the 3 Sparks somewhere a little bit. I think that they did that on I think that was their away, like their alternate kit
Yeah,
or the home. I can't remember which one last year for the men's side.
right.
Or a little bit of that. I don't know, but I'm stuck between it being a basic template, which to Taylor's credit, you can wear with anything. But I don't know if I should credit them for not doing anything else with it. And that's where I'm at.
So when we were texting about this, I pointed out the fact that everybody gave the U.S. men's national team so much flack for this exact same kit. And they were like, this is trash. This is the worst kit we've ever seen. And I said, no, it's not bad. It's just boring. And now we got someone who did something less with it because at least the men's team had the navy on the weird triangle thing, or not the knot
I don't know
triangle.
what that is.
I don't even know what shape that is. It's like
Yeah.
whatever this thing is on the collar.
Yeah.
At least the men's national team made it with the navy. Like you could have done the gold on that, maybe. I
Yeah.
don't know. And like Birmingham has done such a wonderful job with one, giving the women their own identity with their own crest and making it the WFC. So like I love absolutely everything about that. I love that they have their own sponsor and that it's not
Mhm.
Coca-Cola.
That's good.
And
Hmm.
and Coca-Cola is a fine sponsor. I don't care about I like Coke, but it's just funny to me. But like they put so much effort in and then just gave them this. And also, one thing that I really wish women's teams would go away from, and I think Orlando was the first to kind of promote it, but going away from pure whites.
Yeah.
I love that Orlando in the NWSL got rid of they're doing the white shorts to make women feel more comfortable during their time of
Yeah.
the month. And
Yeah. It makes sense.
yeah, so like the fact that you could have done, you know, so many other plain colored t-shirts, but to go with, I mean, I know white is a traditional away color. As in every sport, it's kind of always been that.
Yeah.
Or I guess technically like in the football, it's like whites are homes. That never made
Yeah.
sense.
I don't know. It
But
confused me. It's okay.
but anyways, like there's usually a white one and then their team color one in every
I
sport.
will.
That's
Yeah. I
tradition.
will say though, I don't think I don't think at least I know of what the short color are. If they're all white, then yes, I back
I
you 100% of
think
what
they
you're saying.
showed like I think this whole mm, I'll double
I don't
check,
know.
but
Yeah,
like
double check because
I'm like
it
a
could. Yeah,
good 83.2% sure
that's
that
such a specific percentage, by the way,
yeah,
of being confident. You, it's not even like I'm like 80% confident. It's 83.2.
yeah, I'm very
But
W.
no, no, no. I've noticed that with some of the women's team. I definitely am thankful that the NWSL is doing it. Hopefully, the W League and the Super League, by the way, which got announced,
Super League.
will do those you know, type of measures to kind of make sure that their players are comfortable and not wearing white. So, oh, and by the way, Fox David is 0.5. As you can
Yeah,
tell by
it's
his
bad.
comments, he doesn't like it.
It's lazy. It's not bad. Okay. It's a white T-shirt. It's boring, and I'm surprised
Yeah,
that because we gave Indy so much crap last year, and now all of a sudden it's
yeah.
different.
Hey, I will say with Indy, okay, so I think here is one of the things that I can say about it is that like with Indy and with the national team, I think I had higher hopes. I think Legion at this point, this is what they've done, and I can't be too disappointed. I mean, it's still probably not great to your credit. I just don't expect more. It's like at least with the national team, I want them to look like a certain way or to have a higher standard. I think my and same with India. I think my bar is just dropped. I don't know. It doesn't matter. Birmingham Legion WFC, you have now a 1.5. It's a template and it's not much was put into it. So we're conflicted, which is why I think a 1.5 is a good rating. I'm conflicted. You definitely think it's boring. 1.5 fits. So
Oh, the other one's
what
just
they
red.
yeah, yeah. At least it's red though.
And they have red shorts. All right.
Okay.
Heck, even their like just their outfit, like when they're getting ready to go somewhere, they're all blacks.
Yeah.
I like the all blacks better than all whites. Okay,
Eh.
here's is does not show shorts.
Okay. So we'll figure that out. Taylor, please let us know because that would be cool if they did have white shorts. Just saying. Anyways, we need to move on. Good. So overall, we've done today the Greenville Liberty at a 4.3, the Aurora with the Instant Classic at 4.3, Vermont Green and the Wildflower 4.5.
Five.
Quite good. Then we got the Birmingham WFC secondary of 1.5, Lane United Cascadian Mountain the 4.3 with an average of today's 3.78. Birmingham dropped the ball.
Yeah.
This is generally a 4.3 out of everybody. If so, overall solid day. Love to empower these lower league clubs. I love seeing the effort put forth. Now in Birmingham, it's so this is good stuff. Good stuff. Good review. But now some shout outs. That's a mistake on my part. That should be coming up. But anyways, Ford,
Whoa! Now it's
yes,
here. Now we must see it.
now it's there. Ford Madison released these alternate goalkeeper kits for the 2023 season, inspired by 90s nostalgia. And per their Twitter account, says drop your N64 controller and put down the Dunkaroos. This is 90s culture. I love that idea. This is just fun. As it being a goalkeeper kit, we don't really rate those.
Right.
So this gets
It's a
a
5.
shout out.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
this is
Both of them.
this is fun. This is dude. So imagine how we said with the Des Moines Menace Pride Kit being fun in a rave. Just
Oh
imagine
my god.
this,
Yeah,
dude.
same. Both of them. Like,
I'm just saying.
if I were to buy one, I would buy the black one, obviously. But like, I
Same.
love the
I'm sorry.
fact that the other one is called the slime green one.
Yes.
Like the green one's a slime green kit. I'm like, yes.
Flashback. Flashback to
Nick, Nick, Nick,
Nickelodeon.
Nick, 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 Nick,
Oh,
Nickelodeon.
yes. Oh, flashback, I tell you. So yes, this is fun stuff. This is why you have fun with goalkeeper kits. And Meta just does that with all their kits in general. For the most part,
Yeah.
they tend to have fun, and they do extra fun with their goalkeeper kit. So, applaud to you guys for this. This is fun. This also reminds me of the team in English, I think the championship. They, I'm drawing a blank. I think it's not Burnley. They're like a bird, whatever. They're the team out in
Bird.
England that I know that's very specific. But
Liverpool.
they have, but they, that's what I think it's a dragon.
Oh, it's a bird.
It's just a big bird. But anyways, they always had fun goalkeeper kits. I'll think of the team later. Anyways, it's always good to see goalkeepers get their love and have some fun rocking usually pretty fun kits, I'd say, outside of template ones. So this is good to see from them. Now, speaking of kits that won't be worn, just a little bit from some me is the Racing Indie kits. This is a special edition, limited edition as well, but not worn, as I mentioned, to celebrate the annual Indy 500 race, which, if you know Indianapolis, you know why there are checkers in the Indy crest. It's like the identity
It's your
here for
thing.
this city. Yeah, it's our thing that we black out to everybody in the city. Doesn't make sense. Regardless, this is their kit to
I'm from
celebrate.
Louisville, so we have the Derby. You know, I'm right there
Yeah.
with you. I get it. You know, we have our thing. You have your thing.
Yeah. We race apparently cars and you race horses, which I will
Exactly.
say I was down in Kentucky during the Kentucky Derby. It was packed.
Oh yeah, it's crazy.
All the cities Kentucky was crazy. Anyways, this is a fun little kit. Too bad it's not being worn. It needs to. At least to my knowledge, it's not being worn. If this was been worn, maybe we rate it, but to my knowledge, this is not being worn. This is much like how their last few ones that they've done, not worn. Same with their breast cancer awareness kits, were not worn by the team. But this is it's a fun little kit to celebrate the moment and their match against Blue City. I maybe buy this just because of that little detail. Otherwise,
Yep.
it's just a black shirt with IMS. So shout out to Indy 11 IMS for the partnership. It's a fun little kit, but
cool.
it's not being worn. So
It's a good kit.
what can you do?
It goes along with the trend that we were talking about last week, where every
Yes.
team's making some version of a black and gold kit.
Black
But-
and gold.
I mean, I do like it. I do like the detailing in the center with the Indy 11 versus versus Louisville City.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird though that it's there too on the same.
I
'cause
know.
We were talking
Yeah.
earlier. I'm like, isn't that for like playoffs and championships and special
Yeah, like
events?
finals. Yeah, like I did. It's a 500. Like that's the only reason I might buy this kit, but it's not to actually wear it, just to have it for
It's a wall piece.
that thing. Yeah, it's a wall piece. So
Yeah.
maybe that's what they expect us to do. Anyways, shout out to Indy 500 race day weekend, Indy folks. Please celebrate the 500 and have
Safely
fun with
and
Shaq in the
responsibly.
snake pit. Yes, have fun with Shaq in the snake pit. He's the DJ apparently.
Oh,
So
I
yeah,
don't
it's gonna
know
be
who
crazy
that
in
is.
there. Shaquille O'Neal?
Oh, Shaq.
Yeah, Shaq. Yeah, he's DJ. So
Shaq.
we'll see. It's gonna be a party weekend in Indy, so we'll see. I do have that weekend off, so we'll see. Anyways, we have some new rankings for this season. We have added, and obviously with lots of 4.3s and
All
4.5s.
the 4.3s.
Maybe every kid besides Birmingham into our top 10 for this season. So as you see, we're well versed. Lots of League Two, lots of W, but we also have some League One and Championship. So good stuff from this season. All-time rankings, nothing new in the top 10. So new stuff needs to crack in there soon.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I'm
here.
trying.
And
You're the one keeping us down.
anyways, but we do have all-time bottom 10 entry Birmingham Legion. They're just Chattanooga and Birmingham down here at the bottom, I gotta say. But this has been our worst rated W league.
Yeah,
Sorry, Birmingham, but
it's right there with all the other Birmingham kids. Just
yeah.
put them all
Hey,
together.
it's either they're not good and we don't like it, or it's just not our style. And as Taylor would say, it's his style. So maybe we're not the target demographic to buy their kits. I don't know, but anyway, they're down
How much
there.
is that kit? How much is it? It's
I
Nike.
don't know.
So I'm assuming somewhere
it's
between
probably
$80 and $110. Because
Probably.
that's what
We'll look that up later.
I'm just saying. I could buy a 5-pack of Hanes white T-shirts for $35, $40, and I have gold permanent markers.
Anyways,
Boom.
Birmingham, we expect a little bit better from you three Sparks. So we'll get Taylor on the show and maybe do have a little fun chat with him, the little Birmingham man himself. Which, by the way, congrats for graduating, Taylor.
Yeah,
so
good job,
graduated
brother.
college. So good job. Anyways, follow us on Twitter. We're slowly expanding. We're at 81 followers.
81.
So please stay up to date on our hot takes, our terrible takes, and just be interactive with our fan poll, which will be back next week. There's just so much got released this past week that we want to be heavy on League 2 and W.
Had to grab them all.
But that will be back. There was a poll about that, but please stay in touch with us. Lots going on here, so please follow along. And then, quick shout out to Kits. I'm obviously rocking my guys, Borussia Dortmund. I visited them last year. They're like my team in Europe. They're my guys, and they're about to win the Bundesliga if they don't bottle it. So, good stuff from Borussia Dortmund right now.
Well, speaking of bottling it, representing my Leicester City. I love you, boys. I need y'all. I need y'all to show up tomorrow and next week, because I don't want to be in the championship again. Unless y'all want to do the championship and then come back and win the Prem again. Like, if that's the only way we can win the Prem is to double up or whatever. But this is this year's kit. I actually really like the mint the minty fresh.
It does remind me of Charlotte a little
Yeah.
bit because it was by Adidas as well, so it makes sense. But it
Yeah.
does look good. So
It's a very
yeah.
sharp kit.
Hey, maybe my Hatters replace you. You know, maybe my Hatters. There's
I
the
know.
playoff
When's that game again?
27th. Lots happening that Saturday. Gosh, the 27th. Lots happening that day. So
Yeah. Next Sunday is the last game of the Prim.
we'll have to see. Lots happening. Luton might be going up. So, but that's not why we're here for. We're here to
Yeah.
rate kits and talk
This is
kits. So
USL.
please stay up to date with us. Follow along. Thanks for tuning in. It's been fun. We loved doing this, so please support us. And I guess we will be in touch, guys. So until next time, peace, love, kick season. Let's go.